Day trading short rules. Step 1. Select your instrument. For short setups, we must check what instruments are in bearish phase 2 and bearish phase 3 and also bullish phase 3 on the 10x phase scanner. For best results, we should check phases on the hourly time frame. Once the data is loaded, just click on the instrument name and new chart with and the 10x template will be loaded right away. So in this case, we would select the Euro USD because it's the phase 3 bearish. Then we have the dollar Swiss franc that's in bullish phase 3. Pound dollar, Aussie dollar we can skip because they are both in the bearish phase 1. But we can select the Kiwi dollar because it's the phase 3 bearish. Dollar CAD phase 1 we can skip. Then Yen group we can select. And so on. So we have a lot of potential setups. Moving on, the step 2, volatility checking. We must check the average hourly move and the best session on the 10x Smart Dashboard. The average hourly move should be 15 or higher. In this case, it looks like 15, so we can move on. I strongly suggest that you take a quick look at how strong your pair usually move for the next 4 to 6 hours by looking at the graph above and keep only the pairs that you determine have a strong potential for stronger moves. So same as we want for a long setups. So just checking the first 4 to 6 bars after that white candle, and that's all that we really need. In this case, look fine, so we can proceed. Step 3. Building your game plan. Once you determine instruments for the current day, write them down in your 10x journal daily sheet. We are going to look for S1 and S2, a continuation plays, on all the instruments where we are currently in the late phase 2 and early to mid phase 3 bearish. And for all pairs that are in a late bullish phase 3, we are going to watch for S3, so a reversal plays. For example, Euro Yen S1 and S2 short, Pound Yen S3 long. This way you are going to have a prepared plan for what you want to watch today and what direction you should trade in. Important. Our 10x phase scanner will provide updates in real time, so you can add more pairs once you start trading. That only means that after you done your initial plan, you can always add pairs that are in that phase 1 when they turn to phase 2, while you are already watching for, let's say, 6 to 8 pairs. You can always add more pairs during the day. Step 4. Wait for signal alert. Once our signal indicator spot potential set up in the market, you will get a pop-up alert or notification. Check whether that was the alert you have been waiting on, and if that's so, you can move to the next step. Important. With the amount of signals that our indicators produce, we strongly suggest that you keep only pairs from your list open, especially if you are going to day trade. You must realize that our ND10X will produce really a decent amount of the alerts. So don't try to have our template loaded on all of pairs available with your broker. Just use them on the pairs from your daily watch list. Step 5. Confirmation. Once the 10x Smart Dashboard has found the setup, we are going to see it under the 10x Radar section, and we can move to confirmation. For each signal, we are going to have a slightly different confirmation option. S1 confirmation. There are a few ways to confirm the S1 signal, but the easiest and most useful way would be to use the Fibonacci retracement tool. We are going to check how deep a pullback occurred compared to a previous trend move, and use the nearest highest swing dot and draw to the lowest swing dot for S1 to be a valid setup. We should see a minimum 23.6% level reached and maximum 78.6%. Over here we have the dollar CAD on a 15-minute time frame as example. We have that S1 green to the downside, and what we are looking to see would be the nearest swing high and the nearest swing low point. So for confirmation, we are going to look for a Fibo level. And our goal here would be to see where that S1 dot appeared. We want to check if the dot appeared inside of that range of 23.6%, that would be that minimum accepted Fib level, and maximum of 78.6%. In this case, S1 appeared around the 50%. So it's perfectly fine and we can move on. As additional confirmation, we can use 10x stochastic RSI and 10x RSI indicator. Stochastic RSI should print blue bars at the time of S1 signal alert. RSI can be used to confirm the end of the S1 formation. Place the vertical line at the nearest swing low point, then draw a trend line on the RSI from that low through the first higher low. A breakout will confirm the end of S1 formation. So what we are looking here would be to see a blue stochastic RSI bar at the candle where we got the S1 alert. In this case, that's true, so we can say it's confirmed. Also, we can use that part of the swing low point and go with the low point in the RSI and then draw it through the first higher low point. RSI breakout will confirm the end of the S1 formation. Of course, this part is optional but strongly recommended. S2 confirmation. The S2 signal dot does not require further confirmation as everything will be aligned at the time of alert. All three indicators, 10x RSI, 10x MACD, and 10x stochastic RSI, are going to show a bearish condition at the time of the alert. S3 confirmation. The S3 signal will take the RSI and MACD into account while searching for the signal. So the only thing we should check is the 10x stochastic RSI. We must see a minimum light blue bar on stochastic RSI, or ideally a dark blue bar to proceed to the next step. Important. In our testing, dark blue bar on stochastic RSI showed a much better result. So try avoiding the minimum option at the early stages of your trading with the ND10X. So over here, we have that light blue bar. So it's minimum accepted. We can probably skip it, but still fine. Step 6. Enter the trade. Now that we have our confirmation, we can proceed down to the quick trade setup part on the 10x Smart dashboard. First, select what signal you want to trade by choosing between S1, S2, and S3. Click once, and the button will change the color of the signal to yellow. After that, click on the Quick Short button. Important, each signal type will have a different entry and exit point, and it's good to know how to manual approach for placing your order for S1, S2, and S3. S1 short rules. After you clicked on the Quick Short, you will get the trend line option selected. Draw the line from the nearest lowest swing point through the first higher low. Once you are done, you will have stop and target lines available on the chart. Move the stop loss, so red line, to the high of the S1 candle and add few pips. 3 to 5 pips will be enough. Target 1, green dashed line, will be set automatically to give you a 1 to 2 risk reward, and target 2, green solid line, will be set to 1 to 3. The algo will enter a trade once a breakout occurs. So over here what we see is that entry line that we draw from the low through the first higher low. After that we have a stop loss, so end of that S1 high plus few pips. Take profit 1 will be set to 1 to 2, take profit 2 to 1 to 3 risk reward right away. S2 short rules. For S2, once you click Quick Short, all lines will be placed automatically for you. The entry point will be the lowest point of the last 5 candles before the S2 signal dot. Stop loss will be the highest point of the last 5 candles plus 2 pips. Take profit 1 will be the inverse 1618 of the last 10 candles, and take profit 2 will be the inverse 2618 level of the last 10 candles. Only take the trades where risk reward is better than 1 to 2. Over here, we can see that low point, so be our entry point. We have a stop, take profit 1, and take profit 2. Now, here it should be ideal that you see how we are calculating that. So we have our S2 as our first candle. After that, the highest point in the previous 10 candles, including the S3 candle, would be that candle number 6. So the highest point, the lowest point would be that 2, low of the second candle. So inverse 1618 and 2618 would be used as our targets of these candles. So in my opinion, that's the most important part to know. But everything is automatic, so you don't need to worry about that. S3 short rules. Similar to S2, the S3 is going to set once you click on the quick short button. The entry point will be the close of the candle below the 21 EMA. The stop loss will be set to the highest point of the last 10 candles at the time when we cross the 21 EMA, and is going to add the 2 pips for spread. Target 1, green dashed line, will be set automatically to give you a 1 to 2 risk reward. And target 2, green solid line, will be set to 1 to 3 risk reward. Important, stop and target levels will be adjusted automatically until we don't open a trade. So over here, as you see, you don't see entry line because we are using the 13 EMA and price to close below. And that's why we are adjusting our stop loss, take profit 1 and take profit 2. But it's important to understand that you will always get 1 to 2 and 1 to 3 risk reward, whatever the level is when we open a trade.